you there. Thank you for watching, and welcome to Forge Lines Forever. Today I have an 8v8 custom match here on the most amazing New Rockstars map generator on Chaos Saturday. And with 16 players to introduce, let's go ahead and introduce them. We'll start with Team 1 on the northwestern side of the map, and then we will end with Team 2 on the southeastern side of the map. Taking a look at Team 1's. Let's go their northeastern corner first. We have in Royal Blue, it is Master of Seasons. He's playing as an Aeon for this match. He is a 1600. Next door to him, we have in Regal Purple, it is TeslaMax. He's also playing as an Aeon. He is a 1700. In the middle for Team 1, we have in Tropical Ocean Blue, it is Shrimp 8 playing as a Seraphim. He is a 1200. In Amethyst Purple to his southwest, it is Black Phoenix playing as a UEF. He is a 1300. And then rounding off Team 1's front line, we have FaffingOff playing as a Seraphim in Batman Gray. He is a 2,000 rated player. He is the highest rated player on Team 1 and in the game overall. To his north, we have in Chevy Crimson with RyGuys. He's playing as a Cybran. He is a 1400. And rounding off the midline for Team 1, we have an Imperial Gray. It is Sandman 27 playing as an Aeon. He is an 1100. Rounding off Team 1 in the northwest corner of the map, we have in Pac-Man Yellow, the TwitchyMofo playing as a UEF. He is a 1400. So for Team 1 side of the map, they have 2 UEF, 1 Cybran, 3 Aeon, I can count, and then 2 Seraphim. So every faction is represented on Team 1 side of the map. Moving on to Team 2 side, we'll start in the southwestern corner for Team 2 with the Emerald Green player of Colonel Kennedy. He's playing as a Cybran for this match as a 1900. He's also the highest rated player on Team 2. In orange, the color orange, to his northeast, it is Blarg 6516 playing as a Seraphim. He is a 1300. In Blood Angel Red to his northeast, we have as a Cybran, not aptly named, Green Hat 2288. He is a Cybran again in Blood Angel Red, not a green color. To his northeast, we have in Golden the Dark Green, it is Spectral Slave 137 playing as an Aeon. He is a 1600. In Light Oak Tan to his northeast, we have the UEF of Roscoe 400. He is a 1400. In the southward direction, we have Atlantis Red Pink. In the midline, it is Weckethr playing as a Cybran. He is a 1600. And then rounding off the midline for Team 2, we have in the best color, playing as I think his customary color as well, as Hyper 2001 in Forest Green. He is a Cybran. He is a 1200. I expect him to build nukes this game. That's kind of his modus operandi. So just if he doesn't go for it, that's a change in his normal strategy. But again, he is most likely going to do that. And running off Team 2, we have in Snow White in the southeastern corner of the map as a Cybran as well. Sanoman playing in Snow White as a 1500. I will remind everybody that we have Sanoman on Team 2 and then Sandman 27 on Team 1. So just be aware of that. If I forget the O referring to Sanoman, just bear with me there. We have a Team 2 side of the map. They have one of each of the factions. They only have 1 UEF. They have 1 Aeon and then 1 Seraphim. But they have 5 Cybrans. So I expect telemasers out of Team 2. Not all the time, but at least maybe once or twice. So every faction on Team 2 side of the map and Team 1 side of the map just have a Cybran tech for Team 2. A little bit more of an even spread for Team 1. Except they have only 1 Cybran. And again, in an 8v8 game, you could have 2, 2, 2, 2. But they went a little bit more Aeon tech and a little less Cybran tech. So again, for these 16 players on the map, let's take a look at their recon situation before they scoop it all up. Currently sitting, and I need to move the mini-map so I can actually see stuff. And, oh wow, that's incredibly small. Honestly, I just want to say there was 1,600 mass on the map and just say 100 mass per player and just be done with it. That's not really a lot of mass per player, obviously. Not 0. Not a lot, though. But on the mechs department, it's not terrible. In terms of the middle of the map, in terms of extra mechs, there are 2 quad mech positions on the northeast that we already see Team 1's Master of Seasons grabbing. There are 2 twin mechs on the middle plateaus here. And then there's 2 tri-mech positions on the more central island as well, which we see Team 1 already grabbing. So pretty much Team 1, for the most part, has almost all of the middle islands in the game. And then the southwestern side, we do see a little bit more mechs down here. There's a twin mechs there. There's a trimex position there. And then obviously 2 in the middle and then mirrored on that opposite side. So a little bit more mexes on there. And then, of course, there are some mexes here and here with one-offs there and there. And some mexes here as well. They're kind of nestled in there. We have a drop inbound from Team 1. Doesn't happen, but it was close. It was close. And, of course, there are mexes in the starting locations as well as a couple of one-ups on each of those islands. Some of them are sharing. Some of them are not. So it's going to be probably a lot more focused on artificial eco more than anything else. And then given the fact that I think it's pretty obvious that there's a lot of water on this map, it's going to be a heavy focus on Navy. And again, with at least 5 players in Navy, you would expect on each side of the map, maybe we'll see a number 6 or 7 or so on one side or the other. Lots of boats, lots of shooting back and forth, lots of mass in reclaim on the map, and because of the cost of the actual boats. So we shall see the reclaim situation probably skyrocket pretty quickly. We already see a couple of reward from Team 1 coming to say hi. Most of those have been dealt with, though. Looks like Roscoe did lose 1 mech in 1 facility. Nothing too bad. I don't know if that was being upgraded or not. It could have been. It could have not have been. But it's not a terrible loss for him. And Team 2 is slowly winning the eco game for now. The number is obviously jumping considerably up and down, up and down. Torpedo started for Team 2 is Weckethr. Again, there are 5 Cyberns on Team 2 side of the map. So at least one of them going torpedo is definitely, the percentage chance is high. So it did get occurred. Hopefully he did go for nano as well. That was a pretty fast stealth and nano upgrade for him. Maybe T3 air for him. I kind of expected to be 3 air players maybe for Team 2. We do see a naval facility here for Hyper. You could probably get units out of that little channel there. It's small, and you're not going to get them out of this way because they're already being blocked by other facilities for Team 2. So this is probably your best bet as long as Blarg doesn't go that way a little bit. He should be fine to get his units out. We do see Weckethr's comm is inbound northward. Looks like he's going to drop himself a bit to the northeast. There already are a couple of destroyers, so definitely going to be worried about him staying there long term. Just like yesterday's game, it was a naval game. I don't think I saw any Convicom action that entire game. It was a 5v5. So in an 8v8, maybe we'll still see it. But again, it is a naval map, so the likelihood is low. Not 0, just low. In terms of units on the line, pushing in the western side, FaffingOff, getting hit by those destroyers from Team 2. And he's trying to keep his engineers alive, but at the same time to keep his facility online. And honestly, it's kind of a mixed bag. We have some units inbound now from Black Phoenix to assist, which will help out a little bit. But that facility did get hit pretty hard, which does indicate Team 2 is winning at least the southwestern naval game. We do see the comm of Weckethr is in the pond. And again, there's not a lot of torp defense on board those destroyers, but you start stacking them up, and it's not really going to matter how much firepower Weckethr can output. It's going to be denied almost immediately. It's not looking great. He is going to destroy one of those destroyers, it looks like. That's going to help out a little bit. Frigate's inbound from Team 2 to help assist. There's also some Coopers nearby as well. Not looking good. If he pops out of the water, he probably will die. Probably. Not guaranteed, but there's, again, still destroyers here. Looks like he might be able to get out of there. It looks like we wiped out another destroyer. It did help alleviate a little pressure from Team 1, but again, heavy damage to that comm. 74 hit points a second is a lot, but still needs to watch out. Team 1 can just say, torp bomber him, and he's dead pretty quickly, so definitely going to watch out for him. And again, the destroyer situation for Team 2 happening again, and now there's less forces for Team 1 to help. There are some torp bombers here. We even see a Seraphim destroyer inbound from Blarg. And is it actually underneath the oh, no, it's not. Looked like it was for a second. But these facilities, again, not going to last much longer. The engineers are being targeted, slowing down production of the counter-destroyers by Team 1. There are torp bombers inbound from now a couple of players from Team 1 to try to assist with dealing with the destroyers before this facility is destroyed. And honestly, unless 1 or 2 destroyers dies pretty quickly, I think it's going to be it for Team 1's naval facility here. It's close. There it goes. It is gone. Even if the destroyers are denied, it's going to take a little bit more time to build that facility back up. There's more destroyers already inbound from Team 2's Colonel Kenny Lee, so that is a big win for Team 2, locking out 1 player. And now they're just going to start pushing northward. And there goes Team 2's Roscoe to Control K. Most likely due to the Exodus class destroyers probably killing off most of his hit points, I would imagine. But Team 2 loses the first player of the game, dropping this now to a 8v7 in favor for Team 1. So again, is down a player, but there are still 7 other players in the game to take over. So APM is going to be lacking a little bit, but not as bad as it could be in 6v6, 5v5, that sort of thing, because more players, more distribution of commands means they can kind of pick the slack up just a little bit easier because there's just more of them. But unfortunately for Team 2, this facility, the eastern side, is gone. A lot of the mexes are already eliminated as well, so really Team 2 is not really getting any benefit out of that base. It's very similar to what's happening on the western side, except FaffingOff isn't dead and still has most of his mexes and has a T2 air headquarters. So there is still stuff that he can do at this point, but for now he's kind of, again, locked out of Navy until he can really get some assistance. There is a naval facility coming back online for him, but again, it's just not really in a good position. Weckethr is actually back up to almost full HP. He's back in the green. As a reminder, Roscoe was the UEF commander for Team 2, so no Bowie nukes for Team 2. We do see transport with now 2 sets of Zooey, and they are able to land. That is a decent chunk. There's torp bombers inbound. They cannot affect the Zooey because they are hover, and torpedoes cannot target hover, just like hover cannot target torpedoes. I guess you don't really need to target them because they're not shooting at you, but still, not the point. We have counter Aurora inbound. Honestly, these Auroras should be enough as long as they keep moving and they don't stay in big groups. They honestly should be fine. And we even have Aurora inbound from Team 1, so this facility and all of its mixes and whatnot are dead and gone to Team 2. Hyper, are you going for nuke already? Oh, I thought it was a nuke. Oh, that would have been amazing if it was already a T3 strategic nuclear. Actually, it's strategic missile launcher. It's not even nuclear. We just call them nukes because that's what they are. Western side, destroyers are pushing in. FaffingOff has taken significant damage. If he pops out of the water, he will most likely will die. But if he stays in the water, he also will most likely die. So either he dies a little bit slower or a little bit faster. And there he goes. He does wipe out a destroyer with his death. Team 2 scores the first kill of the game. Technically well played, says FaffingOff. It is now a 7v7 tied-up game at 17 minutes, 17 seconds. Lots of 7s, I guess. Again, as a reminder, Roscoe probably would have been considered a kill. I didn't see it. Obviously, it said Control K, not a kill. But I'd imagine that he was really low in hit points, decided to walk out, and then just blow up and try to do some damage to the naval unit. So, a forced Control K, but not technically a kill. But you can kind of count that as a kill. Just the system doesn't. Northwestern corner, T3 air, online and expanding for Team 1 quite nicely. The base, once belonging to FaffingOff, will be handed over to Black Phoenix. But again, same situation sort of happening over here that we saw and still see over here. That base for that dead player on Team 1 is not looking good. And yeah, it just looks like, every mech is being eliminated. Every facility is being eliminated. Pigeons are being eliminated. It's just not looking good for Team 1 on that front. And now, I mean, technically they can't target those Salems with torp bombers. They can go after them other means, but also that means that the Salems can also use their torpedoes. So it's a mixed bag. But I think they'll take the lack of torpedo for moving into Team 1's territory over, like I said, having those torpedoes online. And Team 2 is starting to get bogged down here. Sorry, Team 1 is starting to get bogged down here because of Team 2's defenses. We have 3 players as forces over here. Do we have anything? We do have stuff from Hyper 2001. He was able to get his units out and around. Love to see that. We have Rasping built on his comm, just injecting it into his left arm. Or it's actually, technically it's his chest plate, but left arm. Because if you go for ARAS, you go left and right. I don't know, because you're double injecting yourself. Air grid not as expansive for Team 2 Sanoman. That might start hurt Team 1 as time goes on. Because that's a bigger air grid. It's going to really pump in out ASFs and even torp bombers. And even if he gets access to it, some Solaces, he does have access to Aeon technology. Both teams do. But doesn't look like any sort of T3 tech online for Team 1's Aeon players. Same with Team 2's Spectre Slave. He does have T2 land, just not T3 air. More and more destroyers coming online for Team 2 over here. Same thing for Team 1. Anybody going for T3 tech? Yes, they are. It's already online. And it looks like that one's still pumping out destroyers. No T3 yet out of that one. Looks like Team 1 has, what, 3, 4, 5 players in Navy. Team 2 also has 5 players in Navy. Technically 6 if you counted the death of Roscoe. He was in Navy for a little bit, so a little bit of advantage for Team 2 in that regard. But in terms of eco, 1.2 to 1.1, not a big advantage. Again, that's 7 players on each team. Even if it's 100 mass a second, divide that up by 7, you get 13 mass a second. Was it a little bit? Was it 14 mass a second? It's a little over 14 mass a second. So that's essentially, you could say 2 T2 mexes. One of those is ringed, one of those isn't. It's a small advantage. It can make the difference. But again, that's not that big of an advantage. That comes down to more how you use your units in mass versus just having a lot more stuff to throw at your opponent. Mexes are still being eliminated for Black Phoenix. Looks like he did lose 1 core mex. Another mex about to be maybe eliminated. Shots are kind of missing, every now and again from that Salem. We have Team 1 Jesters over the top. A little bit of an air fight between RyGuys and sanoman. Here comes the ASFs from Twitchy. Twitchy's going to say, nope, done with that. Stop that. Another mex is dead for Team 1's Black Phoenix. Again, that's eco still staying at about 100 mass a second in Team 2's favor. ARAS being injected into not only the left arm, but now the right arm of TeslaMax. I'm just imagining him just trying to inject himself twice. He could be doing it into his legs, but I think it's more just injecting it straight into the veins with the arms. Anyway. Middle of the map, we have a cruiser pushing in from Team 1. A couple of destroyers behind them. Shrimp is going to be able to do maybe some damage to the engineers, but, I mean, there's already forces moving in from Hyper to deal with them. That's not going to be as big of a win as maybe he would have hoped for. Not like we saw over here to the west. And now this base, again, it's gone. I mean, there's 1 mex remaining up there. A couple of mechs is still dead, so definitely hurt Team 1. We can see the drop. Maybe that's power related for Team 1, but again, right now it's 300, maybe 400 mass in Team 2's favor. 15k mass, make Nuke, says FaffingOff. He's thinking, oh, yep, look at that. Nuke has been thought about for Team 1. They're going to try to end the game sooner rather than later. You might as well do that in a 8v8 game, because somebody on the opposing side is going to do it. And given Hyper's in the game, I would imagine he's going to do it soon. T3, there it is. I was waiting for it, but he is going to do it. He's going to build those P-gens, the shield, and then the nuke. Hopefully SMDs get built, because it's probably going to be trading of nukes here sooner rather than later. 22 minutes on the clock. Team 1, 1.3. Team 2, 1.5. Eco still in Team 2's favor. Map control is definitely fluid, but I would say a little bit in favor for Team 2. Again, given the southwestern side of mexes, most of it's under Team 2's control. You can see engineers building new mexes as we speak. Middle of the map, some of those mexes are offline. Some of them are not. Team 1 did own most of the islands. Now they own still most of them, just not this one and not all of that one, but they still own the 2 quad mex positions up there at a bare minimum. So that's, again, an additional 9 times 4, and then 6 times 4. What is that? 24 plus 36. That's at 60 mass a second for Master of Seasons. I think I did my math right. Yeah. And air grid expanding a little bit. No air grid expansion yet. Looks like it's just mainly focused on that 1 air headquarters for Hyper. In the middle here, Spectre Slave. No T3 land yet. Still going for T2 hover. Again, I don't blame him, because it actually is proving decently effective at least keeping Team 1 back for now, with Green Hat helping to push back the Team 1 and T2 forces. T3 Navy should be making its way into Team 1's fleets here soon. Well, there's already a torrent coming online for Team 1. That's going to shake things up a little bit. We do see Team 2 and Team 1 starting to fight more in the big giant space in the middle of the map down here in the southwest. T3 Navy is online, still going for destroyers. T2 Navy upgrading to T3. T2 Navy not T3 yet. T2 Navy is going to T3. Looks like they might be trading off who builds Navy just to keep units flowing. What could happen is if everybody goes for T3 Navy headquarters upgrade, no more units are being built on the front line. Team 1 is not doing that. They're able to push in hard and fast enough, and then by the time those T3 facilities get done and start producing T3 units, those units from Team 1 are already on top of them, are pretty gosh darn close to where it's not really going to matter if Team 2 gets a couple of T3s. It's all about timing. That's life. It's all about timing for the most part. And luck, timing, skill, that sort of thing. We do see some pseudo-naval units online for Team 2's Weckethr. Again, They have torpedoes and torp defense. They don't do a lot of damage either way, but man, are they annoying. It's like the crab, but just less hit points. That's essentially what the bricks are, is they're a little bit faster. They don't have as many hit points, but man, those torp defenses on torpedoes just get annoying after a while. It's like almost the crab is one of the best naval units just because it has so many hit points. And you get some veterancy on that thing, and good luck. Battleship online, aircraft carrier behind it, missile ship, getting one of each besides the nuke sub for Team 1 yet. Maybe he's going to build it. Who knows? Somebody maybe will go for nuke sub. I'd imagine they would go for it. Or they're going to go for stationary nukes, as we see for Hyper and for Team 1. And it's already built. That is not good. How's the scouting going for Team 2? They are kind of aware of it. Not really, but they're kind of aware of it. Is there a stealth field in that area for Team 1? No? Then they should see that by now, shouldn't they? Because they see the icon. And I can see it. They can see it. I can see it. But that's kind of odd. And then what does Team 1 see about Team 2 side of the map? Don't know about the nuke yet. It's not really anything else really too big is known. But I mean, they know where most of the stuff is at this point. It's not a big deal. SMD being built back here. Do we have another SMD being built on the front line maybe? No. Western side. Looks like Team 1 trying to fight back the land invasion from Colonel Kenny Lee. Doing a little bit of work on that. But still some forces. But it's mostly AA. And it's mostly T1. So not a big deal, honestly. Torp bombers are inbound. We have a lot more torp bombers online for Team 1. Again, if Team 2 goes full hover on the eastern side, torp bombers aren't even going to matter. There's a decent amount of flak mixed in with this fleet. So, again, pseudo-navy is really helping out. The torp bombers are limiting a lot of destroyers for Team 2, however. But, again, it's still annoying. And interceptors coming in, slowly wiping out 1 or 2 bombers as well. T3 Navy is online. T3 Navy not transitioned yet for Green Hat. Online here. Online, of course, down there. And online over here for Hyper. So he's going nuke and T3 land. He has T3 air, but that's probably just for his engineers. He's reclaiming a couple of Team 1 P-gens just to, again, fund T1 for T3. Nuke is half built. Still has to be loaded. Team 1, how's your nuke going? It's half loaded. So a lot more progress for Team 1 in that regard. Maybe that nuke will be the game-winning nuke of the game. Usually the first nuke is the most impactful. And then less, and then usually something happens to make the 5th or the 6th one really pop off. Usually SMDs being knocked out, that sort of thing. A big army gets eliminated by the nuke. That also happens from time to time. Missile ships raining in. They are still moving, trying to keep them out of range of anything from Team 2. It is starting to be the more longer range phase of Navy where players build battleships, missile ships, that sort of thing, line them up and just shoot one another. And it kind of just slowly goes back and forth. You don't really rush in with battleships because you can kind of get overwhelmed. As we literally see with this Omen. We see torp bombers relatively nearby here from Weckethr just wipe out a chunk of hit points. There is some AA, so that does help keep that battleship alive. But again, you rush in with the battleships. Team 2 has enough spam or other T2 units or whatever nearby, and there goes a battleship or 2. Shots immediately outbound from the Omen from Spectre Slave, just saying, nope, not dealing with that. Team 2 has pretty much rebuilt this island. Again, Team 1 and T2 mexes. Probably not investing more than that because, again, Team 1's constantly invading that northern side. We have torp bombers down in the southwest getting absolutely denied by the Sirens. They did get targeted, of course, by the torp bombers, so that's another Siren dead. It's kind of thinning out for Team 2 on the western front. Again, everything's kind of more focusing this way. Yassaus are online for Blarg. There should be a Seraphim player for Team 1 on the front line. We do see he's going for battleships. He might as well just transition to Yassaus, to be honest. Those are maybe not necessarily more impactful, but other players on Team 1 have the battleships kind of handled. He could go for Naval Nuke, to be fair, but, you know, I think it's a little bit better to go for a little bit more variety. Looks like Torrents are thought about for Team 1 as well. We have more and more aircraft and battleships inbound from those northeastern players from Team 1. Nuke is online, not loaded yet. Nuke is online, of course, and loaded and firing immediately. Nuke is inbound for... Oh, he's going straight. Oh, no. Does he see it? He did see it, so he's going to nuke the nuke. Oh, that's going to hurt Team 2. Did you get an SMD anywhere nearby? Nope. Nope. There's an SMD there. I don't think it has the range. Nope, doesn't have the range to protect it. That is going to be a huge win for Team 1. Nice job by RyGuys. Gets the nuke online, fires it before his opponent can even finish loading his. Again, that will set the tone for the late game of this game. Ooh, that's going to hurt. Engineers, of course, moving over to try to... Well, I guess they're just stacking up down there. Those shouldn't be within range, but there's an SMD online now. It's not loaded. This nuke, I mean, might as well abandon it. You're not going to get it. Actually, might even control K it and try to get some mass out of it. But here comes the nuke. It's going to hurt. Kaboom! Kills off the nuke. Kills off a mass fab farm. Kills off a decent amount of engineers. The SMD is still online, so that's something, but that's got to hurt. I would expect 50,000 mass, I think, out of that nuke. Ooh, 71. Ooh, that's a really good one from Team 1. And now it's going to open the door for Team 2 to just say, okay, we build SMDs to counter it, or we find the nuke and we full send it. They should be aware of where the nuke is. Oh, they know where it is. Okay, never mind. I was going to say, like, they should be aware of where that nuke is. It'd be a really funny play to just see some destroyers walk and maybe try to edge out over here and then destroy the nuke with their guns. Just like walk, go into the pond, and walk, and then get them. Or swim, I should say. So walk and then swim. That'd be interesting. Probably won't happen because Team 1 will counter that pretty hard, but, you know, stranger things have happened. Tons of bricks stacking up here for Team 2. As a reminder, the Omens have tactical missile defense. They do not have torpedo defense, so they are vulnerable to torpedoes. And given that stack of bricks, ooh, that's a lot of torpedo defense as well. So good luck breaking through that thing. And Cybern Tech again. Someone's going to go for TeslaMax. Is that going to be you, Hyper? No, probably not. We see that the mass fab farm starting to be rebuilt. He's going to go for another nuke. Maybe not. Use battleship, says FaffingOff. And maybe he's saying just, hey, push in. You're going to lose them, but might as well do some damage to Team 2 while you're at it. Things are slowing down. We have... Hey, look, speaking of destroyer, there is one over here. It's not going to get far, but... Lovely second attempt. Maybe the third attempt will work, but as of right now, I just don't think that's going to be viable. I think Team 1's more than hyper aware of that, especially because Team 2 pushed with that strategy already. So that's a really bad arrowhead there. 30 minutes on the clock. We've had 2 deaths. We had Roscoe for Team 2 and FaffingOff for Team 1. That is it. Those are the only 2 deaths in a 16-player game. Again, that's primarily due to the fact that it's mainly a naval match. If this was a land match, 1,000% we'd have maybe half the... maybe not half. We'd have 2/3 2/3 alive, so about a third dead. What does that make it? 5, maybe 6 players dead. If this was a land match, because you'd have more combi-com action, double teaming, triple teaming, that sort of thing. So, again, a little bit more lights on the scoreboard over there, which is nice because that means more players make it past 20-minute mark. Most players make it past 30-minute mark, and they're in the game longer. They're playing the game longer, that sort of thing, which I love to see. So, that's just me. That's why I do like decapitation, because even if you die, unless the entire team is defeated, in terms of all their comms are destroyed, you're still in the game unless you hand your stuff over, so it's a nice way to still be able to play. You lose your comm, of course, but that only generates base 1 mass a second, so you're missing out on some, but not really a lot. And then especially at the T3, T4 stage, your comm can be useful, Sarah from comm example, but it's not as useful as it is in early to mid-game. Anyway, my rant is over. Thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate it if you haven't, because why not at this point hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. Let me know who you think is going to win this game. It could go either way as of right now. I am slightly leaning to Team 1 just because of the nuke. But again, the nuke can be easily countered by SMDs, so it's not the end-all be-all, but it can be countered. SMD is not loaded there. That might be the next target. SMD is there, not loaded. Oh, it's not looking good for Team 2 in a couple of different avenues. No SMD over here. That could be a good target. Weaken the defense on this eastern front, which Team 1 has been doing a very good job of constantly pushing in. And then it might be able to crack, at least maybe get you to here. And at that point, you've already wiped out close to half of Team 2's stuff. So that could be an opening. Nuke is inbound again from Team 1. It did go to this position. It's going to actually edge that SMD. It's not... close. It's going to be close. I'm not saying one way or the other if it's going to make it. I'll try to keep my eye on it with the little, hold the middle mouse button down, and I try not to let go. But it's going to be very close. It might be 99%ed. Honestly, it's going to be that close. To be fair, the nuke is landing more over here to the west. More mexes, a couple more mexes are going to be eliminated. A lot of the T3 naval headquarters facilities, not the headquarters, but the actual facilities. Kaboom! It does land, as evidence. It was almost loaded. Needed maybe 20 more seconds, 15 more seconds. One facility is dead. 3 mexes are dead. Mass storage is dead there. But honestly, not a bad nuke. I think he did think maybe that SMD, well, he would have been in range anyway, so I don't know why he just didn't go for the gold. Did he know he knew where the headquarters was, so maybe he was thinking to grab most of the additional facilities and then just reduce it down to the one main one, maybe? I mean, there were hives producing units out of those, or assisting producing units out of those. So I don't know. I mean, 1,000 different things could have been going through his head. He could have been distracted. Maybe he meant to move it over a little bit more. Maybe he thought he would grab... It's too far out of range, though. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what he was thinking. But anyway, players, different strategies, that sort of thing. More mass maps, more mass fabs, more mass fabs. SMD is almost reloaded. Reloaded. Air grid, not really expanding anymore, but still decent size. More mass fabs. No nukes yet. 33 minutes, 34 minutes on the clock. Nobody in the back line is thinking about how to end the game for Team 2. One nuke, not necessarily will end the game, but it will help. Quantum gateways, mass fab. Well, I think we know Team 1's plan to end the game, or at least TwitchyMofos. There's one there, and then 4 more planned. Yep. Well, we'll see how that goes. That might focus Team 2's ire on him, or it might just win them the game. We will see. Torp bombers inbound, I would assume for... I don't even know what they're targeting at this point. Looks like they're hitting the Tempest, but it almost looks like they're hitting that Omen. But it's hitting either this Omen or it's hitting that Tempest there. They're kind of getting bogged down in that little alleyway there. So it looks like he's going to fall back, maybe go this way. There are bricks in the pond. They're moving northwestwardly. Are they going to go into land? Yes, they are. Are they going to be annihilated by Team 1? Most likely. Not many bricks remaining. Torp bombers constantly raining in torpedoes. We have Solaces also in the mixer for Team 1. It's a lot of firepower on board those things. We have firepower opening up. Oh, yeah, that's not going to work. A couple of shields go down. There's a SMD here. The SMD actually gets killed out by Team 1's stuff. Not even by the bricks from Team 2. I mean, that's an opening for Team 2 to exploit. Does Team 2 have a nuke? Yes. Is it loaded? No. But that is an opening. So there is that. It would alleviate some pressure on the eastern front, because Team 2 on this western front is doing a very good job. They're closing in now on the facilities for Black Phoenix and Shrimp. There's a Tempest here. There's 2 more Tempests there. Team 2, again, has Aeon Tech. Aeon player for Spectre Slave has not gone for Tempest yet. We have 2 Plan Bs. So we Plan B and Plan C online. Nothing loaded in them yet. Satellite is online, moving southeastwardly. Laser is started here for Hyper. Gun is already done for him. I sense a pattern. And we might see another comm go that way sooner rather than later for Team 1. We have Solace is also online for Master of Seasons. And those Cybran destroyers, not destroyers, I should say, Cybran pseudo subs with battleships and aircraft in tow. They're going to hit this facility. There's not really a lot of Neptunes, I noticed. And granted, that's probably because there's been just a lot more longer range engagements. And now that they're really close by, they just don't. They're not going to transition to that. They're just going to go for the tankier unit, which I don't blame them, because again, they're right there. So we have bricks invading. SMD. Ooh. We have Weckethr maybe sniping another SMD, or forcing Team 1 to snipe their own SMD, if the case was last time. We have whalers nearby. We have Team 1 PD being built. We have, again, cannon fire that can easily hit that SMD, which it already has. The bricks are going to maybe eliminate it. There it goes. It's gone. So SMD has gone over here. There's no backup SMD in this base. I sense a nuke to nuke engagement again. There is an SMD over there. The nuke from Team 2 is here. There is a line of sight. There is a line of sight. I mean, I know it's curved a little bit, but yeah, definitely almost straight as a as an arrow. I needed like a straight edge or something. Maybe if I hold shift and draw it, but no, that doesn't work. Maybe alt. Not alt. What is that? Control? No, because alt erases it. Some way to just draw a straight line one way or the other. That'd be kind of nice. And T3 Naval Headquarters. Nuke is inbound from Team 1. It's from Team 1. Where's it going? It's going to this position. Is there an SMD? No, there is not. There should have been one at this point, especially knowing Team 1's proclivities for nukes at this point. Nuke is half loaded. Team 1 has some time to get an SMD online. It is online, and they are decently assisting it. So they might be able to prevent the nuke from landing. But there's more bricks inbound. Is that same column of bricks? That is the same column of bricks inbound from earlier that killed off that SMD. There are Team 1 bombers inbound. The question is it going to be enough, and is it going to be soon enough? Maybe is the answer to that question. There is an SACU over here. That's going to help out a little bit. First shield is down. That should be the target for those bricks. They see it. They are going to focus it. Is it going to be enough? It's going to be enough. That SMD is down. There is no way Team 1 is going to be able to build and then load one in time. Kaboom! Wipes out that section of map for Team 2's green hat. It is unfortunate. You should have an SMD online by now. He should have had an SMD online, but he was focusing on Navy, so I don't blame him. We have this naval facility did get knocked out from Team 1. Again, those bricks are non-stop annoying for Team 1. They've wiped out 3 SMDs already. This one was rebuilt pretty quickly, so maybe not going to nuke that target. GC is actually going to stand up and barely, look at that, barely not going to poke his head out. Is there 2 satellites now online for Team 1? Why? Why are there 2 of you? Why did you feel the need to build 2 of you? Oh, maybe he thought to build it there, realized it wasn't going to fit with all the PGens, and then I was building it here. That makes sense. Just delete that. It has 28 hit points. You can just reclaim it for a couple seconds. You'll be fine. Looks like it's only 1 satellite, though. Yeah, only 1 satellite. Does he have his own SMD? He does have one here. He doesn't have one back here. That might not be good, because if Team 2 gets a nuke over here, they get a nuke sub this. I see it. I could have easily missed it, but there it is. There's a Monkey Lord. Did Team 1 see it yet? Nope. That might not be good for Team 1 on that western front. That's that little air base here for Team 1 might not live much longer. Oh, and it's not stopping too. Yeah, that might be very, very big for Team 2's Colonel Kennedy. Where'd he go? Where'd Hyper 2001 go? Oh, he's down here. Okay. He's teleporting in somewhere. Where's he going? Where's your comm going? Why are you jumping ponds? Why are you not? Okay, whatever. Don't know why you're doing that, but okay. Looks like it got pinged by Team 1, so it looks like they see it. Bombers are inbound. They're not going to eliminate it offhand. It's too fast. They might do some decent damage to it, to be honest. And they might drop them to about 50% hit points. They have... Okay, their Solace is inbound. Additional gunships inbound. Additional Solace... Oh, that monkey wood got found out. Oh, a little bit too soon. Look at that. It's already in the yellow. Yeah. The laser might not even activate. Ooh. That is super unfortunate for Team 2. It would have been a lovely little secret Monkey Lord, but nope. That got annoying. Team 1 said, nope. Nah, not dealing with it today. No, you can go home now. We have spy planes moving on the northern edge to get a readout what Team 1's up to. They probably... Do they know about it already? They do not know about it already. They know about the satellite. Actually, no, they do know about it. Never mind. They haven't pinned anything, though. 39 minutes on the clock. Still nobody else has died besides FaffingOff and Roscoe. There goes the spy planes. They're going to fly right over that Mavor, which is already almost in the green. 40 minutes on the clock. That is not good for Team 2 at all. Nuke is online here for Hyper, and Nuke is loaded. Is he gonna? He has to fire it sooner rather than later. You can eliminate that nuke from Team 1 if they fire it soon enough, and that nuke is being loaded. Not super quick, but 159,000 mass with 2 nukes is a lot of damage. GC inbound from Team 1. This one might get countered soon enough. A lot of engineers getting reclaimed down there. What's the reclaim numbers? Oh, that's a lot for both teams, both in the 300,000s, closing in on 400,000 for Team 2. And GC, again, has more than double the hit points than the Monkey Wood, because I think the Monkey Wood has 47. So that'd be more than double, but not by much more than double. It will drop into the yellow. It won't be outright killed before it reaches land. There's an SMD here. It isn't loaded. Looks like it already took damage. GC is going to drop to about 50% hit points. Laser's going to kill off the T3 Naval headquarters. That's going to be unfortunate. Nuke is outbound from Team 2. Is he going to go for the kill on this base and get some revenge? He is going to get some revenge. That nuke is almost loaded. I don't think it'll load in time to be able to fire before Team 2's nuke lands. GC is inbound for that SMD. Again, it's not loaded. It's a loss, but if Team 1 was going to fire and blow up this base anyways, it would have died regardless. There is an SMD back up there, so there is that. Looks like he is targeting that one now, and it's not going to get there. There's still too many shields. It's losing too many hit points per second, and kills off a hydrocarbon. Not a big deal. Yep, there it is. Oh, Nuke is inbound again from Team 2. Don't go to the same location. He did not. He's going to the back line, maybe. What's that attack order for? Is that... What is that attack order? Okay. Reclaiming that T3 artillery, going straight for T4. Is that even within range? Probably not. That's the wrong player. I got to take a look at this. Kaboom! Such a good kill on that nuke from Team 2. The delayed revenge for Hyper, but he did get revenge. The Mavor is online. The Mavor is online for Team 1, targeting the Scathers for Team 2. That means Team 1's aware of it. Shields are already down. Yep, they can see it. It's Colonel Kenny Lee. Artillery. Nah, would have been close, but not enough. Would have been barely out of range. Ooh, it's almost in the green. If he loses this may be game right here. Needs these shields to upgrade faster. Oh, builds that one and kills off the Scathus right before the shield comes online. Ooh, that's not good for Team 2 at all. Ooh, that's gotta hurt. Well, not looking good for Team 1. Sorry, for Team 2. SACU comes says hi. SMD is down all... No, it's still there. Never mind. SMD might get down here shortly. But with the Mavor online for Team 1 does not have an answer to that. There are some nukes loaded. There's that one that did end up firing. What did that one actually go after? Nothing else got destroyed, so maybe it went for something over here. Starting teleporter says Weckethr. Where's the comm of Hyper? There should be PD built in this base, which there is. Where is Hyper? Oh, he's right there. He like the green players swaps places. At least the southern green players swapped places. And satellite taking out mass fabs. PGen columns. That's not great. Make a nuke with idle engineers says FaffingOff, because I guess why not? Building more satellites at this point. Honestly, TwitchyMofo might just need to hang out and just keep shooting that stuff, and that might just be the game right there. Here comes a nuke death. Oh, nope. One more shot maybe. It went way far to the edge there. But here comes the shot. Still misses. Here comes the satellite, though. Shields are down. Not enough. And the Mavor or the... I think the Mavor actually got it. Yeah, I think we can check. Yeah, 198,000. Yeah, probably. I mean, there's still a chance for Team 2 to come back, but Team 1's going to pour everything they have in defense, especially on this western side. The eastern side, I don't think Team 2 is going to attack that way. It's too long of a route all the way around, and there's already AA in place as a Tempest for consideration there. Weckethr going for laser. Again, we already have a cloak and laser comm of Hyper. We have a cloak and laser comm soon to be for Weckethr there. A couple of SACUs nearby as well. He has teleporter and laser. So we have 2 comms, teleporter and laser. Team 2 still has, again, 5 Cybrans. So they could go maybe at least 2 or 3 telemasers at the same time. Airfight happens between Team 1 and Team 2. I believe the first major one of the game. Maybe clearing the way for some bombers. Billy Nuke is inbound. Are those sub-nukes? Those are sub-nukes from Team 2. Cyber 2001. Ooh, they're closing in. I think... Is Team 1 aware of those? Nope. Oh, they're gonna get spotted. They might not get spotted. Ooh. Oh, they got spotted. They got spotted. And Solace is immediately moving in to deal with that. They are not letting those get anywhere near that May. Oh, my goodness. Everything came to say hi. Might as well launch it while you got it. Nope. All of them died immediately. Oh, that was close. I didn't check their... Oh, one got by. One got by. No, they needed to move northward a little bit more.
Commander under attack.
Oh, whoa. Hyper 2001, where'd you go? Did you teleport in? Where'd you go? You're down there. It looks like Hyper teleported in, got killed off by TwitchyMofo's bombers. Probably same thing with Solace's as well, probably mixed in there. So there goes the comm of Hyper. He probably tried to jump there and then jump there probably, but that didn't work. Team 2 loses another player, but it's been a while. 45 minutes on the clock, another dead player in a 8v8 game. We've had probably the least amount of kills of any 7v7 or maybe 8v8 game in a long while. Well, like I said, with Naval online, couple of satellites now going to come online soon. Nuke online. And there goes Weckethr teleporting in, killing off something, but there really wasn't anything there, to be honest. There goes Weckethr. Both those telemaser comms from Team 2 are eliminated. They don't have an extra one, at least as of right now. Colonel Kenny Lee or Green Hat or Sanoman can go for Nuke, but honestly, there's not that much that they can do at this point. They might just dip at this point. I just don't see them really getting a foothold. If that Scathis survived, which is being rebuilt now, so maybe there's a chance again. If Team 1 notices it, it's dead. Air grid is slowly being decimated. Team 3 air quarters is fine for now. Oh, there goes another chunk of P-gens. Yeah, it's just not looking good for Team 2 at all. It was a good back and forth, but that Mavor coming online really screwed things up for Team 2. Again, the nuke from Team 2's Hyper killed off the nuke from Team 1, so he got revenge in that regard, so he'll probably be happy about that at least. But yeah, Team 2 went for the Scathis, Team 1 went for the Mavor, Team 1 went for it sooner, and yeah. We have GC on the land again. What is this, number 2 from Team 1? There's a GC being built for Team 2 at this point. With all the reclaim from Team 1 stuff. But like, we can just build our own GC and we can just get a defender on the ground, and there it goes. You can see Team 1 is doing a lot better job of keeping Team 2 back on the western front. Eastern side, there's really nothing there at this point. They could maybe launch an assault, but it's going to probably take too long. That Mave was higher priority. And that might just be, again, the demise of Team 2. Still only one satellite, but hey, it's acting as the nice little I spy in the sky. Yeah, I think it's I spy in the sky. I think that's how that would be said. Not pie in the sky. It's I spy in the sky. I think that made sense. And Team 2 recalls. Yeah, that Scathis got spotted again. Yeah, there's no way. The second Scathis being destroyed at what? 50 to 75% hit points? Yeah, it was going to take too much time to go for another one. So there's the game. 47 minutes, 24 seconds on the clock. Team 1 wins the game. The Mavor was very, very much important. Again, Navy, was favoring Team 2 for a while, especially for Colonel Kenny Lee. He went for Scathis. Didn't work out, but hey, it was a lovely attempt. Hyper 2001 got nuked, and then he counter-nuked the nuke eventually. So 1-for-1 trade there. And, I mean, RyGuys at that point, he was recovering. He did get a nuke online and almost actually reloaded it, to be honest. So he was getting back into the nuke game. It definitely came down to, Team 1 held the line. Team 2 was holding the line in Navy. Team 1 went for endgame a little bit sooner, and that was it. If Colonel Kenny Lee went for went for Scathis a little bit sooner, maybe it would have made the difference. As a reminder, though, it was Twitchy that went for nuke and, well, actually satellite, then Mavor, then nuke. So he built air. He could focus primarily just building some ASFs once in a while, maybe some gunships, and just put most of his eco into that. While Colonel Kenny Lee was doing naval forces and Scathis at the same time, so it was kind of hard to really focus severely on just that Scathis at that point. I mean, he was still doing good on Navy, but it should have been Hyper, or it should have been Sanoman, or it should have been Weckethr that built the Scathis, or at least started it. because those are the players in the background, not doing as much on the front line. So that's just my 2 cents on that. MVP goes to TwitchyMofo. He built the Mavor. That's kind of the way it's set up. And to be fair, RyGuys definitely gets a mention as well because, again, the first nuke killed off the first nuke for Team 2, and that nuke was going to nuke something on Team 1 for sure. So it's either nuke or be nuked, I guess. So there's that. Let me know down in the comments what you thought about the game overall, and I will see all of you in the next one.